You at least, you know what I'm saying?
Have you seen me? Anyways.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Off-Season presented by Cardinal Studios, which is available on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Y'all, we got a lot of, it's been a not so silent off-season, which has been great for us. I think it was just a few days ago, we got news about Chris Johnson, former CJ2K, wasn't he like the fastest 40-time runner for, he might still hold one of the fastest records. He was diagnosed with ALS, actually just recently, bringing back the Ice Bucket Challenge. It's real unfortunate, because I remember when we grew up watching ball, and this guy was like Superman. I remember him this was like your go-to guy on Madden. This is and it's like nobody really watches Tennessee, but that would be a reason to watch the Tennessee Titans. I don't know. I guess it's just partially it is because football is a high contact sport, and it's not like he's mentally deteriorating from this disease. Actually, it's more a physical deterioration, but
it's sad. It's sad. It's sad to see anybody have health issues, definitely.
Just in general, yeah.
And he's young. I think he's 39 or something like that, 40, so he's young. Definitely sad.
Terrible.
Yeah, let me see. It says he is 40 years old. Yeah.
40, yes, he's young.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel my heart goes out to his family, really, because his, you got to think about his wife, has to, help take care of him physically. And while, dang, I hate to kind of say it this way, but it's how I'm thinking. He's got kids too, and while his kids are gonna grow up and progress and move forward in life and achieve different things, it's not like he hasn't, because we the world knows who Chris Johnson is. That's why we're talking about him, right? But he's kind of where he's at now. It's not like he's gonna be able to progress in any certain way, or physically especially. So,
right,
exactly.
I don't know, just a perspective that changes your whole life. Your outlook.
Yeah. It's not easy for sure.
On another topic, y'all, we keep Dirty Dianna just keeps coming up in our feeds, y'all. First, it was all the if y'all haven't been following us, it's been the news with allegedly her and Mike Vrabel, coach of the Patriots, slipping away for what was a girls' retreat, but I didn't see any girls in the photos. Again, allegedly. And then, just recently there was something that just surfaced where she at a traffic stop when she was caught actually texting and driving, trying to report something. She got pulled over, and the officer was going to give her a ticket. And she's like, "Oh, hey, do you watch football?" And allegedly, it's just kind of I'm putting a fun take on it. It's not exactly what happened, but I like to watch football. What's your favorite team? The Vikings. Hey, I can get Kevin O'Connell on the phone right now for you, right on FaceTime if you let me go. Allegedly. There's actually body cam footage of it. I'm not gonna.
You gonna say it's AI?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. But there's actually an interview where she admits to this. She said that she didn't admit to who it was to try and protect herself, but she told on herself. So, she's messy for the third time. And thank you again for yet another headline. And it's unfortunate because, and I'll let y'all take, put your takes in on this too in just a minute right after I say this, but she is really setting back female reporters in the industry. And I hate to look at it or say it that way. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she was like on top. Like she was making like 800K, bro, to be a reporter in the NFL. It was somebody. And now that you're seeing that she's doing all this like backdoor stuff like that.
There's a reason stereotypes exist, bro. They get, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why certain people get those jobs. You only get so far with talent and looks, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the same thing with Joy Taylor. Like, was that early last year where they're like,
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she's good looking. They were here passing her around like a blunt and shit. Like, there's a reason that, like, she gets shows, she's connected with certain people.
That's
like,
crazy.
Again, like, you see good looking women in certain positions. It's like, bro, like, we all know she's not there. She's, like, has some great insight. It's like, I mean, they might have some insight on her, you know what I'm saying? But it might have been inside her or whatever.
But I say on her or in her? Which one? Like,
both. I don't mean to be, like, crazy, but again, like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave.
For real. Yeah. If you wanted to add to it, Bells, in any way.
I mean, hello, voice crack. Hey, I'm here. I mean, you guys have already like kind of touched on like it all. I mean, it brings back the stereotype because I mean, like, to me, the goal is to break that stereotype, right? Like, from seeing it from a different perspective, but seeing these people go off and kind of, you know, do what they're doing, really just brings back the fact that that stereotype does in fact exist, whether we want to try and hide that or not. But at the end of the day, people are going to be people, regardless, I guess not to defend the fact, but people are going to be people at the end of the day. And if they try to get away with things, you know, previously, and they think, oh, well, maybe I can do it again because of my status, because of my role. I think that I could do this because I'm this, right? And we know at the end of the day, everyone's got to be treated in the same way in terms of that. So, I mean,
I agree with you.
It sucks, but it's got to happen.
I agree with you. Like, the older I get and the more I work with people in the criminal justice system, I realize, like, some things, like, we like to say, like, oh, you know, like, people in the system do this, or maybe white people, black people, guys, girls. It's like, bro, it's like human nature at the end of the day, the way people operate. And again, we like to push it off and on like certain things or put people into a box, but it's like, bro, people, when you get pulled over, you try to get out of that shit, right? Whether it's speaking nice, like bribing your girl, flash her tits or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, they're not trying to get in trouble. They don't want to get a ticket. They don't want it on their record. They want to, you know what I'm saying? People lie, people steal, people cheat. And again, it's not just like a certain group of people. Like, and not all people do that, but again, people, like, we have our vices, we have flaws. Like, so again, that's just a
right. It just sucks that people like have a platform like that and they abuse it, you know? They take the power that they have, really, and they use it as like almost playing God, right? Because like they're like, hey, you recognize me, right? Or I can get you in contact with someone, so like I'm you know, trouble free just because of my name, you know. And I feel like everyone should be, you know, if you do wrong, you should, you know, be treated accordingly. Everyone should be. So anyway, this ain't that, you know what I'm saying? This ain't like a you know, a lesson to y'all. I think all of our followers are real smart, so y'all know that. But yeah, just wanted to share that because, you know, it's just crazy how where we are. I thought it would. I feel like we're waiting on a fourth. I feel like we're waiting on, you know, there's got to be. It comes in threes, but with her, I feel like there's got to be something else coming up that's cooking up. It just can't stop. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Is it really giving though? Is it really
also like
gift?
Another example of where like you see certain people, like when they get in the bad side of the media, like shit just keeps coming, bruh. Like you see it with
more into it.
Yeah, you just get a lot of different people where like maybe like a couple years ago, like nobody would heard about this shit because of the Mike Vavro shit. There's no people going tune into have their opinions. It's a talking point. So
yeah,
just another example of the media and how they all work together. And again, once you on the good side, they go and not talk about you, only talk about you a certain way. When you're in the bad side, they on your ass. They on your ass, right?
But don't get me wrong, there are plenty of women of legitimacy, and I'll circle towards my corner of reporters in cowboy world. But you got Jane Slater and like Aisha Morrison, who like, many people don't know Aisha Morrison, but she can talk X's and O's with you about football, like for real. And everyone knows who Jane Slater is because she's a national reporter. So, not to completely, I'm not saying it completely sets him back, but it's like that's two people, like we had said, that have, just, and I'm sure it's happening with, men and getting brushed under the carpet, which is extremely sad too. But, this is being reported right now and, we're going to cover it. So,
Definitely.
we're going to move into, today we're going to talk about that's our top 5 offensive skill positions. So we're going to go down quarterback, running back, tight end, wide receiver. We'll flip that, wide receiver, tight end in that order. Wait.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. And I know these takes are all going to be hot, so hold on. And to bring clarity to this, to these projections, it's all, like I said, they're projections going into this season. So at least for myself, I'll say I looked at their schedules, these quarterbacks, specifically their schedules, who's around them, and things like that, coaching changes and stuff like that. So go ahead and get right on into it. For me, my number 1 quarterback on this list for this coming year is going to be Matt Stafford. I mean, it's hard for me, statistically, history telling me that it's going to be any different. I'm going to go ahead and get right into number 2, Dak Prescott, y'all. Second year in the system that he's in where he already excelled. PFF had him as the number 1 most clutch quarterback last year. It's for a lot of reasons, let's be honest. I mean, our defense was putting us in positions, but it's just showing he can score when he needs to. I got faith in, our offensive coordinator and everything that they got going on. So this number 2, I'm gonna leave it at that. Number 3, Lamar Jackson. I think just having for me, having a dual threat quarterback and playing in the system that he's got a great running game and a pretty solid option at wide receiver. Like I will mention a wide receiver later. Spoiler alert. And coming off of what I feel like he'll actually be fully healthy. I feel like he'll actually kind of use his legs a little bit more like he did last year, at least in my opinion. Number 4, I got Josh Allen. I don't really need to say much. They also added DJ Moore. Yeah, so I mean, he's got another weapon. He's got Dalton Kincaid. I think it's his 4th year in the system. So he hasn't been a big target for him, but it's Josh Allen. I mean, if he stays healthy, it's going to be all right. Rounding this list out at number 5, I got Patrick Mahomes. I got him bouncing back off of this injury. And you know what? Actually, I'm looking at this list. I'm looking at everyone else below him. I did make a top 10, kind of like an honorable mention kind of thing. I'm not putting Patrick Mahomes here. I'm going to hit the curveball on this one. Y'all call me crazy. I'm gonna go with Caleb Williams actually as my number 5 this year.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's in my top 10. Definitely.
He's in my top
He was
5.
much further down the list. Actually, I skipped over some people, but statistically, I mean, I'm not really sure where he landed last year, but I mean, his jump under, what was that, Ben Johnson as his OC or as his coach, really?
I think he called your plays.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that. I will see how that plays out, but
it's crazy. We almost agree on everything.
Doyle, who was with the Bears last year, the Ravens OC this year, so that could be interesting.
Yeah,
you'll see.
Definitely be interesting.
That's insane.
Again, this is taking like what I saw last year. This is taking in like what I mean, their schedule, their strength of schedule is, I mean, they do have a kind of tough schedule, but like I got faith. be a long season. And Pat's already gonna be coming out hurt. You know what I mean? So like I need to see it first, and I don't really know what they've done offensively to really like they might win games. I don't know if it's gonna be like because of him and someone else making a connection. So that's my QB. That's why I pulled that back really.
You can go ahead, Steph.
All right. Hilariously enough, number 1, 3, and 4 are the same on my list here. So I got number 1, Matt Stafford. I don't need to speak anymore. Brandon did the speaking for me. And then I guess we'll just get out of the way. 3 and 4, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, respectively. Number 2, you guys might hate that I put Caleb Williams this high up, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. Yeah, I know. And to try and to try and defend the way that I thought about this, I thought about this a little bit differently than Brandon did. I did take into account the fact that I live in the NFC North, so I do know a little bit more about them than I do know about, a lot of the league. So that's just kind of a fair warning for a lot of my list. It's just because of what I know, and what I'm comfortable with knowing. But yeah, like Caleb Williams does sit that high up because of what you've mentioned with Ben Johnson. I'm not gonna lie, Ben Johnson, great guy. Does it suck that he left us? Yeah, yes, it does. But he left to go do some great things, and literally, he left to go do some great things. And not gonna lie, I think Caleb Williams is going to be a great outcome for him. So I honestly think he's gonna go up this year. Number 5, I have it between 2 players. Okay. I have, and one of them is a hot take, the other one is not. Never mind.
Like that for this one.
All right, so the 2 players I have, Justin Herbert and Jared Goff.
You know what? That's actually
I like both.
Yeah.
I like both.
Okay, cool. Thanks. And I say that because the Jared Goff, I think it's obvious. He's my quarterback, right? I mean, sure, I wish I could put him higher in the list, but honestly, everyone else is above him. Yes, stats-wise, from last year, he's number 2 in terms of, like, passing yards, yeah, but just because he has a lot of passing yards doesn't mean he's the shit, right? So, I wanted to put him higher, I just couldn't. And I think Justin Herbert, I've watched a little bit more of the Chargers now. Not too much, but a little bit more. And I think that Justin Herbert has a lot more potential. I am not entirely familiar of, like, their draft and whatnot and who they have, except for someone who I will be mentioning later in this list. But I honestly think that I could see a lot more potential from Justin Herbert in the next year or 2. So, number 5.
I like Herbert and Goff more than probably like the average person does. They're both in my top 10. They're not in my top 5, but Goff is really good. But if he has no line, he reminds me of like Brady, where like if he has a line in a running game, like he's gonna cook the fuck out of you. But if he doesn't, he's a statue. If he doesn't have those, he turns into like almost like a subpar quarterback. Like he almost looks kind of bad, but
yeah. And that's why I put him so low.
Like Medusa to him.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I respect that though, because I do have Goff, but he's actually my 10th on this list.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I said I didn't want to.
So my top 5, I did my listings based on like history, how good I think they are, and if I were starting a team, like these are the players I would pick based on each position. So 1, I have Mahomes, and that's strictly based on history and if I was starting a team. Going into this season, like you said, he just came off an injury, so I don't know. I would still take him, but you can definitely argue me to pick other players. I'm not gonna lie. 2, got Josh Allen. Don't really need to explain that. He's been like a top 3 quarterback his entire career, I would say, or then maybe like his rookie season. After that, he's taken off. He's really good. He can throw crazy passes. He trucks people. He's like a better Cam Newton, I think, honestly.
You
3, I got Lamar. Don't really need to explain that. I don't think he's good. I think the schedule is going to line up nice for him. He should definitely have a really good season. Yeah, I definitely see him doing well, even putting up some crazy numbers. 4, I got Joe Burrow. I think he's really good. He obviously has really good receivers too, but he is good. I don't know what else to say. Like, he can scramble a little bit, kind of like Justin Herbert has a little bit of scramble potential, but he be getting his share rocks. Like, the Bengals have done a bad job of protecting him. Like, he's taking some hits where I'm like, wow, bro. Like, how do you get up from that? Like, I remember he took a hit against the Eagles, and like, he got hit, and his neck was like, it looked like a cartoon. Where I was like, damn, bro. Yeah, I like Joe Burrow a lot. I've seen him cook the shit out of the Ravens a couple times. I remember there was a game when, granted, the Ravens were on like these cornerbacks that got literally off the street, but like, I want to say he threw like 5 touchdown passes on us. Like, I've seen him and Jamar Chase just like dog the Ravens, so I've witnessed that. I got like the same effect Sale has, where she's seen, the NFC quarterbacks cook, and it skews your perception a little bit. But I mean, he's been to a Super Bowl. He's good. Nobody can deny that. 5, I got Matthew Stafford. I liked him even when he was in Detroit. Like, he was good. Now that he's on the Rams, everybody like hypes him up. When people start getting hyped up, I tend to fade away and like stop talking about him, whatever. But he's good. I don't think you can deny that. If you look at some of I think it's like the top. If you look at like the top 5 like receiving yard seasons, he's the quarterback for 2 of them, Calvin Johnson and Cooper Kupp. There has to be some like correlation there, right? Like, he's good. He helps them out. Since y'all brought up these other quarterbacks, I got Caleb Williams at 9. I could argue he'd be higher than that, but his rookie season wasn't very good. Last year he was a beast. Dak I got at 7. Herbert I got at 6, and Goff I got at 8. So I think we have similar players in the top 10. Maybe our top 5 is a little different, but I have all those quarterbacks you named at least in my top 10.
Yeah, I had Burrow actually right behind Caleb.
At 6?
Yeah. Yeah, well, Caleb at 6, Joe at 7.
Okay.
I could definitely see Joe Burrow being I think probably anywhere like 6 through 8. Honestly, like if I was making a list, not gonna lie. Well, no, I have number 6 as my honorable mention. We have not talked about this guy whatsoever, but I kind of wanted to throw it in as a joke a little bit, but
Jordan Love?
no, T-Law.
Oh, I like Trevor Lawrence.
I have T-Law at 6.
I respect that.
I'm not surprised that he wasn't mentioned, but I mean, he sits in my top 10. But I mean, I only say that, not only, but I say that because, well, the Jaguars are starting to look a little bit better, and I think that there's just potential for the whole team. So like, that's where I think maybe he'll do better this season. So I mean, I'm just thinking about it that way in terms of the Jaguars' growth within, like, say, the past 2 or 3 years. Like, I could definitely.
He's been in a terrible position. And, like, the way I look at quarterbacks, like, and a lot of players, like, if I were, like, when you go on, like, Madden or something, you create a player, like, I see certain players, and I'm like, bro, like, if I was creating a quarterback, they would look like Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, or Patrick Mahomes, or even Josh Allen. He doesn't have to be able to run as well as Josh Allen, but Mahomes, Herbert, and Lawrence, they can all run a decent amount, right? Like, they're not Allen or Jack. Yeah, they can run. They're tall. They're big. They're strong. Like, they can throw the ball anywhere. But Trevor Lawrence's situation was trash for like 4 years or so.
I'm really high on Herbert too. Like, for me personally, like, I hear what you're saying. Like, with like the tangibles about him. Like, I agree. Like, I think he really should be a very formidable quarterback in the league. But like, I mean, when you look at someone like, he should be doing things like Josh Allen's doing right now, and like sometimes with more and with less, right? But like, I mean, like, I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you can compare his numbers to Dak Prescott in a way, and like they're in the same conversation. If we're talking about the playoffs, especially, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like I hear you about like size and things like that. Like Carson Wentz, like that frame, that build, but like when it doesn't happen on the field, it's like it's just a body. It's just a body.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
So I guess we should go into running backs now for our top our top five now. Did one of y'all want to kick it off this time? Actually,
I mean,
We can go in reverse.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
okay. Reverse.
I think our running backs probably gonna be very similar. At least probably like the top three. So one, I got Bijan Robinson. He's a beast. Like he fast, has a little bit of a power to him. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball well. He's really good. Like he reminds me of like Jamal Charles, like LaShawn McCoy-ish, where like he'll like shake the shit out of you kind of thing. And again, he has breakaway speed. He's really good. I got Jahmyr Gibbs. He's good. He does pretty much the same thing Bijan does, just like a more like compact sail flexing. Yeah, him and Bijan are very similar, I think. Bijan just got a bigger load of pause. Goddamn pause. He got a bigger. Wow, goddamn. He got more. Jesus Christ, more chances on the Falcons. And Gibbs, like he had what was it, David Montgomery with him, right?
Yes.
And they replaced Montgomery with Pacheco, so we'll see if he takes more carries from Gibbs. 3, I got Jonathan Taylor. He's consistent. Like I would say he's even a little slept on. Like if you look at his numbers, like all he does is score touchdowns. I'll put it like this: if he didn't play for the Colts, a team that nobody fucking cares about, like if he played on like the Cowboys, the Jets, the Giants, the Steelers, the Packers, he played on another team, he would be talked about more often. He's really good. 4, I got Devon Achane. He's also really good. He plays in a terrible offense, but he's probably the fastest running back on this list, I would say, that I have. And again, he's just really good. 5, I got Derrick Henry. A little old, but he's still producing. He put 16 touchdowns in both seasons with the Ravens. I thought he wasn't going to be good with them, honestly, but he's produced. Nobody wants to tackle him. I know that. He might lack a little bit of speed compared to the other ones, but people make business decisions when they see him running towards him, so put him at 5.
Yeah, I guess that shifts over to me. My list is, I got a couple on here that you've mentioned. I have Bijan sitting at 1 just because I just say there's just a bunch of potential. I'm literally just gonna sound like a beating a dead horse here, just with potential saying, to be honest with you. Number 2, I have Kyren Williams sitting at number 2. Because I think, like, going with Stafford, I mean, come on, like, need I say more? To be honest with you,
He scores a lot of touchdowns.
Right. I mean, it's a lot of trust building with quarterback too, and obviously we can see that chemistry within that Rams team. I mean, yeah. Number 3, I've got Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not sure how much I need to speak on that, but I mean, I think that unfortunately with Demo being gone, well, not really. Unfortunately, it ruins that bond that they all had and whatnot. But and having Isaiah Pacheco step in for that, I don't necessarily think it's going to be a bad thing. But they
got a little thunder lightning thing going.
Yeah, we had the whole Sonic and Knuckles thing headed out. Yeah, like I have the T-shirt. If I had it, I would be putting it on my bed right now for y'all to see. But I literally have a Sonic and Knuckles T-shirt, and now that's outdated. But
It's
besides,
just retro. It just showed you a true fan. You know, a couple.
you know what? You are so right. You are so right.
So right.
But yeah, I think that Pacheco stepping in, I don't think he's gonna take too many reps from Gibbs. Personal opinion here, but he definitely can. Not saying he can't. Number 4. Okay, please correct me if I'm wrong on pronouncing his last name because I literally cannot pronounce it. But Travis Etienne, or however you say that.
He actually came out and said it's HN this offseason.
Okay.
Like
just my fault. Anyway,
like years, but
yeah.
good.
So
I like
my fault. But he sits at number 4 for me. Just because I don't want to say like I'm a believer in the Jaguars, but I mean like
it.
That, it does because it does, but that's because I am optimistic about that team because I have liked watching them in the past. So I mean, I do have a little bit of bias, I guess, if you will, going into these.
The UK's team.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. And then number 5, I actually have Demo sitting at number 5. I think
David Montgomery.
Yes, at a hot take. I know.
Convince me, please.
Well, okay. This is going to be hard to convince you because if we recall from the first episode of this damn podcast, it's going to be hard to convince you any of my takes here.
No, don't feel like that.
But I think with Demo still coming off of the injury he had from a while ago, I know he had not as many reps on the Lions, but I think that if the Texans actually like use him, I think that he can be of good value for them. I didn't look too hard into the Texans' schedule. Like I said, I didn't really look too much into that. But I think that he can bring that powerhouse to Texas, and I think that that's going to be good for their team. I think that they've needed that, which is why they did the trade in the first place. So I think that he has a lot of potential being elsewhere, and I think that he can shine better than what he was on the Lions. I think I'm just personally optimistic that I think that he's going to do better, which is why he sits at number 5, actually just above Jonathan Taylor on my list. So, I mean, it's me kind of being hopeful for him, but at the same time, his skills do kind of back up why I think he sits at 5. Yeah, hopefully that was enough convincing for you, Q. Hopefully I did that. But yeah, that's my list.
I understand where you're coming from. I'll put it that way. I understand where you're coming from.
All right, you know what? I'll take it.
So, oddly enough, I don't have actually Jonathan Taylor on this list. And it may be like not even in my I have a top 10. He did make my top 10. Because of a couple reasons. And he was actually one of my leading rushers in fantasy. And, you know, spoiler alert, I'm not picking him up this year. For a few reasons, and I'll go down my list really quick, but I just wanted to touch on this and my thoughts, and I'd like for y'all to push back on what you guys think, because yeah, he's been amazing. The last 2 seasons, at least 2 seasons before that, he was hurt guy, and then 2 seasons before that, he was doing pretty well. You know what I mean? It was his rookie and then second rookie and sophomore campaign. This is. Going into this season, he's going to be 27 years old. We can do the Jerry math on this and look at the decline of running backs and like wear and tear on the body. And he was heavily used. Like, who else do they have to go through? And Indy. So I hate to say like I'm preying on the downfall of said character, but I kind of called it like in the past I did on the air actually. So I'm not gonna actually get into that. So, but yeah, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on him. I wish him well. I just fear that he's kind of hitting that like running back wall, if you must. There are freaks out there, like obvious freaks out there. But here we go into my top 5, which very much aligns with a lot of you guys. There's a homerism in here, spoiler alert. So yeah.
Yikes.
Don't tell me it's Javonte Williams.
Actually, and he would actually be an honorable mention, so I'm gonna leave that out for a second. So, 1, Bijan, we already all agreed on that. 2, Jahmyr Gibbs, don't need to talk about that. 3, Derrick Henry, actually, don't need to talk about that. 4, Kenneth Walker, and I say this because of Did he not just sign a pretty big contract in Kansas City? Am I wrong?
I think so.
You're not gonna bring him in to get a few touches a game. Let's just talk ball now. Let's talk business and let's talk. You know what I mean? With Patrick Mahomes to kind of like be a threat back there, I feel like he's gonna have success with all things considered. I think he's gonna be a workhorse for them.
All right, here I'll push back on the Kenny Walker real quick. I'm looking at his stats for a career. He has 29 touchdowns and 3,500 yards. Last year he had 1,027 yards and 5 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor last year had 18 touchdowns and got my phone blocking my screen a little bit. And what the fuck? He had 18 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. So you could literally take his 2 best years, which was last year with 18 touchdowns, 1,500 yards, and 2021 when he also had 18 touchdowns and 1,800 yards. And that's better than Kenny Walker's entire career, which is 4 yards, 2 seasons. Or you could put...
Playing in Seattle?
Yeah, like if you look at, or you could just, if you just don't want to take the 2 best seasons because that's like outliers, you could argue, right? Yeah. Like on Pro Football Reference, it breaks down like their 17-game average, which I like that they do that.
That is really cool, actually.
Yeah.
His Kenny Walker's 17-game average would be 1,042 yards. That's like not amazing, but 9 touchdowns, which is
pretty good.
Very good, but Jonathan Taylor's 17-game average is 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns. Like he,
right.
Like that. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, I just, like I said, back on the thing with Jonathan Taylor, we're gonna have to see, and I don't want to keep pushing back as if it's ill will on the guy. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Kenneth Walker is gonna challenge Jonathan Taylor for yards this year. If we're gonna put it up for debates like that,
someone write it down. Someone write that down.
Let's do it because again, like why would Kansas City bring? Why would Andy Reid want to bring this man in and not use him? Yeah, write it down.
I'm writing it down. I'll be writing.
We're sitting there. That's cute. There you go.
Yeah, we can make this a hot one because, like I said, usage is gonna make it. Like, why would you bring him in, pay him, and not use him? Will it be successful? I'm hopeful. That's why I'm throwing it out there. Such a.
See,
I agree with that because I think the Chiefs are gonna they're done giving them Super Bowls for a while, and I think they're done sucking Patrick Mahomes' dick for a little bit, and they're gonna transition away from that by making them run the ball. He just came off an injury. Who knows? Whatever. But it's going to be.
It's going to look like with an injured Patrick Mahomes to start the season.
Isaiah Pacheco's not there anymore. See,
like Walker, who I think has better potential, but
right.
Yeah,
but I mean, I guess to kind of back up the point as of why Brandon put him at that spot. I mean, it's a good point. I mean, Pacheco's now gone. He's with us. I mean, he's got to step up and do something, right?
Right. And I'm actually going to do a hot switch here. He was my honorable mention, but I'm going to put Javonte Williams in here because there's actually a couple of factors here. I think he's actually going to have a real number 2 punch this year with Jaden Blue, or there's a couple other players in the wings that I think will be able to help step in and kind of like not let him be the big workhorse, so to speak. But also I think we're going to be playing with a little bit more of a lead coming into this like going into these games. I don't think we're going to be kind of airing it out, just kind of how we're looking to be built. So I think it's going to get some more touches and have a little bit more success because, if you know how to run the ball out, run the clock out, which is kind of what I think we're going to kind of look like this year with the threat of the passing game, I think we'll have some success in that manner too. So that's my top 5.
It's a good take.
I got another real hot one in here and he's at the bottom of this list, but Tony Pollard's gonna have a nice season this year in Tennessee. I think he'll be in the top 10 conversation with what's being built around their offense.
Yeah, I don't have Tony Pollard or Williams or Walker in my top 10, but I got Kyron Williams and Travis Etienne. They're at the bottom of my top 10.
Travis is on mine too, at the bottom.
Yeah, I think Travis is good. He's slept on, definitely. Again, if he played on another team, like, he would be more talked about.
I got Devin Etienne though ahead of him though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I just out of curiosity, do any of you guys have DeAndre Swift sitting on your top 10 anywhere? Just out of curiosity.
Nah, but I like him though.
I do too, but yeah, not 10. Yeah,
I feel like
top 10.
I feel like he would have, like, if I feel like he'd be sitting like on my low top 10. I'm just looking at people who I recognize, and I feel like, I don't know.
I like him even when he was on the Lions. He's good.
Yeah,
he's good. I just don't think
I was gonna say, it depends on what version of DeAndre Swift we're getting, but
I mean,
because he played for the
same conversation,
right? For like a year or something like that.
For who?
Did he play? Yeah, like DeAndre Swift. I don't think he does anything like amazing. Like all the players we named, like Bijan is like, again, shifty, fast. Same thing with Gibbs. Taylor does stuff, does everything well. Achane is fast as hell. Derrick Henry trucks everybody. Like Swift, I don't think there's anything amazing.
DeAndre Swift is also 27 years old going into this, so we're having the similar conversation, similar body as Jonathan Taylor, just to put that into perspective. And, you know, I don't think DeAndre Swift has near the amount of touches, like, for real, as Jonathan Taylor does.
Probably not.
That's how I'm thinking.
Yeah, I doubt he does.
Fair. Just want to throw that in for a little debate.
Just to circle that back, I had to look. I was like, because I know DeAndre Swift's been in the league for a minute. Yeah, I guess they either came out around the same time. They're the same age regardless, so they've all been, they've been playing ball for a minute. Let's transition. Actually, let's jump to tight ends. Let's do Bellamy Q this time, and then we'll wrap out wide receivers, and it'll be the original order.
Man, if y'all would have had me starting wide receivers, I would have been happy. You guys are gonna hate my tight end list, like, actually, bro. Okay, so I'm just ready for the band hammers coming my way. So number one, I got Trey McBride. Okay, listen, it's just let that so just a nice little softball right there. It's at number
Who's
one.
Who's on the rock though?
Shit, it doesn't matter. His stats are crazy.
Yeah, right. So number two, I'm feeling a little hopeful. I got Brock Bowers sitting all the way up there. Okay, he sits up there. I mean, word of mouth. He's gone around a lot, so I mean, I think he'll step up. Number three, I got my boy Sam Laporta.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I love Sam Laporta, okay? Look, I know he's coming off of an injury, but I think he's going to bounce back.
He broke his back or some shit, bro.
I was going to say, what kind of injury is it?
I think it is his back, if I'm not
mistaken. It is his back, like a herniated disc or some shit. It's not like like a serious injury, bro.
Guys, listen.
Okay. Serious injury, like.
Come on, man. Okay, well, I'm just
at number 3 too.
I'm living. I'm little.
It's a serious injury to a working man. He plays football, yo. Like.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's fair, but I'm gonna stay hopeful. I'm gonna put Laporta at 3, and I'm just gonna stick with my historical gut. Keep him at 3.
We gonna get you a Detroit Lions endorsement with this podcast.
Honestly, hit me up. I've been looking for a job. I'm not even kidding when I say this. I've been looking for a job with them. So if anyone's listening, like if any of them are listening,
tap in.
My mom used to work for them, so come on, guys, hit me up. Like, I got connections. Anyway, not to just plug anyways. Number 4, I got Tyler Warren. Okay. I think with Jonathan Taylor. Nope, wrong. Well, I mean, yeah, him too. And then Daniel Jones. I feel like he'll step up. I mean, I don't really have much else to say besides I think he had a good season last year. I mean, he's number 5 on this list, but I mean, but still. And then I actually am putting Tucker Craft at number 5. Yeah, you can fucking hate. I know he's coming off of an ACL. I know he's not gonna get probably as many reps in all honesty. But I think the impact that he's gonna make on the team this year, I think, is gonna be just as good as before he was injured. And then I guess I kind of just want to throw out my honorable mention kind of right away. I did say that I was going to mention a Chargers player earlier on in this episode. But Aronda Gadsden, I do have him sitting on my honorable mention at number 6. Yeah, I think honestly, I picked him up for my sleeper draft actually, after taking a look at his stats. So I mean, just doing a little bit of a deeper dive on him. I mean, I feel like he's just going to stay with where he's at, if not better. That's why I have him up so far. But yeah, that's why he's there.
Okay.
Solid.
Yeah, so our lists are actually very similar. Very similar. I actually went 2 and 3, and then I cut 3 because I actually didn't do my full research, and that's my bad. Trey McBride, Brock Bowers, and then him being his safety net. I mean, that's Jared Goff's safety net. So, but like not knowing, like I said, I didn't do my research, not knowing the whole herniated disc. He's not even in my top 10 anymore. If I'm, get out of here. Which unfortunately,
that's fair.
This is really gonna sound homery now because I'm gonna continue on. This is just what we got to work with. All right. Number 3, I got Kyle Pitts because hear me out. He just silently, he was begging for a new contract. He just silently got an extension. I don't know. I feel I'm just bullish in the situation that he's got. He's got a lot of offensive power around him. They just gotta, I mean, they got Drake the Snake out there too. You know what I mean? Of course, Bijan. Who's actually throwing the rock to them? It's actually
Tua or fucking Michael Penix.
I would rather it be Michael Penix than Tua. I do not want concussion protocol throwing those balls. Thank you very much. I'm good.
The more I hear things, the more I want to keep moving. This is. I wouldn't like that. Continue on. Kyle Pitts, have a great season. You're going to be the number 3 tight end in the league this year, I hope. Number 4, just by proxy, Jake Ferg had to come in at number 4. Last year he was 3 yards on a cloud of dust. He did just get signed last year too. But I don't expect that to be his trend. It's not like he's old or anything like that. He really just recently signed his non-rookie contract. So got him bouncing back. And then, actually, I had him as an honorable mention, but because of the way things worked out, Mark Andrews is number 5. Now, I know he's old. Actually, I don't like that. I like this whole list got screwed up. That's not my number 5.
Yeah, Mark Andrews looks like Jason Witten in his last final.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hear myself, and I can't even stand 10 toes down on that. No, not number 5. He's honorable mention somewhere.
I'm gonna put it crazy. He had the lowest amount of rec yards or yak yards for tight ends last year. He had average 4 yards after the catch or something like that. If he caught the ball, he's not going anywhere.
So this guy was actually number 9 on my list, and I'm gonna make him number 5. So hear me out here. Yeah, because this whole thing got screwed up, and I'm not gonna say Dalton Schultz. I'm looking down this list, and I had it was beautiful, and then just my misinformed self screwed it up. So I'm gonna say Kenyon Sadiq going to the Jets. Here's why. They've got a lot of offensive options with Geno Smith out there who, I know it sounds crazy, but the last time Geno Smith was in an offense with real power, with real offensive power, not in Vegas, because we named the wide receivers he was throwing to besides Ashton Denti and Brock Bowers, right? We opened up the season. But rewind back to when he was in Seattle and he actually had someone to throw the ball to. It was all right. Am I wrong? So now he's got Garrett, he's got Breece Hall, he's got Kenyon Sadiq. I think they collectively, you got to defend that differently than you have in the past. So I'm gonna go ahead and stand down on him over Mark Andrews going super young as opposed to super old. Kenyon Sadiq number 5 for me. I'm not gonna give any honorable mentions because he's all these other names are like George Kittle, Tucker Craig. Like I'm not doing all that. So
yeah, that's fair.
All right, so mine is. I want to pull these numbers up when I say this real quick to make. I looked at
himself real quick on these.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm correct on this. Okay, so one, I have George Kittle, and I thought I was tripping when I did that because I was like, oh, he's always injured. But I looked at his stats, and he's not as injured as I thought he was. I'm looking at his stats, 2017, played in 15 games, started 7. 2018, 16 games, started 16. 2019, he missed 2 games. 2020, he missed half the season. 2021, he played 14 games, started 14. 2022, 15. 13, 16. 24, 15. Last year, he missed 5 games. So he's a little healthier than I thought he was. He gets injured, but he's the best blocking tight end in the league. I don't think anybody can argue that. And he's just a physical beast. I did this based on if I'm drafting a team, he would be who I want strictly for his blocking. But the rest of my top 5 is kind of similar. At least the next 2 are similar to y'all's. 2, I got Trey McBride. His last 2 years, he put up almost wide receiver stats. Last year, he had 126 catches. 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns. If you're any receiver, that's good. But he's a tight end. That's crazy. With Jacoby Brissett throwing you the ball, what the fuck?
Yeah, how do you make that up? You can't make that shit up.
That's ridiculous. 2024, he had good stats too. 1,100 yards, 111 catches, only 2 touchdowns, whatever. He's a beast. Another thing, I keep saying, if he played on another team, people would care about him more. 3, I got Brock Bowers. He fell off a little bit last year, but the Raiders were a mess. He can block. He can catch the ball. He's really good. 4, I got TJ Hawkinson. He's a beast. He also had really strong stats. Did he come from the Lions, or am I tripping?
Not. I mean, if they did, then I wasn't paying attention to that at that point, I guess.
Yeah, he came from the Lions. He left in 2022. He got drafted in 2019.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I
still recognize the name. It's just I didn't recognize the fact that if he was with us or not.
His stats aren't as good as I thought they'd be. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at his stats now. He doesn't have over 1,000 yards, which is fine, but he only has only 3 seasons over 600 yards and 3 over 5 touchdowns. Whatever, he's a tight end. I think he's good. Good red zone target. 5, I got Dallas Goedert. I feel like he's a little slept on. He plays in that Eagles offense where he has there's so many other options. You got Saquon, you got AJ Brown.
Not anymore.
Look at these guys. Say what?
Not
they don't
anymore.
have AJ Brown anymore though. So
yeah, they don't. And I think the Eagles are about to take a step back, personally. But
sorry, Mike.
I'm looking at Goddard's stats. And you said what?
I said sorry, Mike.
Yeah, sorry, Mike. When you come back, we can debate that. But yeah, looking at Goddard's stats, they're not amazing. But last year, he had 11 touchdowns. It's pretty good. Every other year is 3 or 4. But again, I don't think none of the tight ends that I listed are playing an offense where there's way more other options before him. You come out of the huddle, you got again AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon. Those are 3 people you're trying to get the ball before you get him the ball. So yeah, I'll go with Goddard. The tight ends are a little harder for me to rank. I don't think there's a bunch of crazy talent. Like receivers, my always saying is always there's like 20 top 10 receivers because so many of them are good. Like if you put a bunch of them and make them the focal point, like they're gonna produce. Like I think that's the most stacked position in the league. Honestly, there's a couple like that are of course at the top, but there's so many that if they got the same looks or had a plays designed for them or good quarterbacks that they'd cook. So yeah, tight ends are a little different to rank for me.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting you made that. You pointed out what you said about George Kittle because, excuse me, I did see that. Like, I really just saw a lot of the. Like, I hate to say it, like as if it's like a location, because I know people make it like the locational thing of San Francisco players being hurt all the time, but like, I mean, you got Christian McCaffrey who's got a history, so like mentally I'm just thinking he's in my top 10, but I put him further down because I'm assuming he's a lot more injured than he actually is.
Kittle?
Point. Yeah, George Kittle.
I thought the same thing because I was like, I want to put him at the top, so I looked up his stats and I was like, damn, bro, like he's healthier than I thought. Not again like the stereotype is he's injured all the time, but
yeah, I mean, it says he's only missed 25 games out of 124 regular season games.
Exactly, which that's not perfect.
Sorry, out of 149, so he's missed 25 of the 149, which is, I mean,
that's
it's
like,
a lot of games,
what,
but like for the position he plays, like, let's be real.
Like one for every
he's physical.
Yeah, and in the last 3 seasons, I also looked that up. Let me see. Last 3 seasons, he missed, like you said, 1, 2, and 6. So that's so it's 6, 2, and 1 in reverse order. So yeah, I guess swinging right on into wide receivers. Y'all want to do top 10 for this? Like you said, there's a lot. And I'm not even gonna go like super deep into explanation. I'm just gonna go down the list. Stop me. You know what I'm saying? At the end, if y'all disagree. Number 1, JSN. Number 2, Puka Nacua. No, and then this is all based off of because like who's gonna get fed the most and why, and who's gonna have success with it, right? So, Puka Nacua, Jamar Chase number 3, George Pickens number 4, y'all. AJ Brown number 5.
Over TV, interesting.
He, from the type of player that he is, I think he's gonna have more of an impact like he did last year, and because he needs to get signed anyway. Number 5, AJ Brown. He's gonna get fed the rock. A lot of these players going down the list on this last from 6 to 10 are gonna be people that I think are gonna get heavily fed. So AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson coming in with who I think is going to be maybe Kyler Murray throwing in the football. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see him have another up year again. It's really frustrating as a fan. So number 7, Carnell Tate, y'all. Look at who's
rookies on the list is interesting. Okay.
Malik Neighbors was in a very similar situation under the same coaching staff. He's going to get fed the football. I mean, you have to justify signing him at, what was that, top 10 pick? You can't just not.
Top 4 pick.
He's not going to not get fed. Like, when you look at, like, allocation from draft picks and finances, there's no way he just, doesn't have a Malik Neighbors type of, at least, targets. And how that rolls out is actually going to be fun to watch, personally. So, right behind him, you got my man CeeDee Lamb. So I got 2, but I have both my number 1 and 2s, or however you want to look at on the list. I think he's cold, but like it's just they're 2 different kinds of players. They attack you differently. So 9, Amon-Ra. I got him, and then number 10, I got Zay Flowers actually. So like I had mentioned before, I'm gonna touch back on just kind of pieces around him and past success. I think that's just kind of where my top 10 is.
That's
solid list.
That's a solid list. A lot of the people that you mentioned is also sitting on my list as well. However, they are sitting in different locations. Now I remember I mentioned before the episode was on air, if you will, that I sound like I'm a Cowboys fan here. I only did my top 5 at that point, so I really do sound like a Cowboys fan. So Brandon, I guess you might feel pretty happy about it. Number 1, JSN. You don't gotta talk much about it. Number 2 sits at George Pickens. I have him at number 2. Not gonna lie. JSN.
JSN.
Number 3, I have Justin Jefferson. I have him all the way up there. Again, hopeful for him. Gotta have a good season, right?
That. Yeah.
Number 4. All right, sorry, I'm a Lions fan. Amon-Ra sitting at number 4 for me. I know he's had a little bit of, down games, not a little bit, but when he's had a down game, he's having down games, but I don't think that kind of dwindles his opportunities for this year. Number 5, CeeDee Lamb. So the two of your players made my top 5. Congrats. Right. Well, of course you can. Number 6, Puka Nacua. Not gonna lie, this sounds terrible that I'm outing myself, but a couple years ago when I did fantasy, he was the first pick overall in the entire draft, and that was my fault. So gotta still put him on my list. At number 6. Okay. Number 7, Devonta Smith, actually. Kind of a hot take on that one, but because AJ Brown's leaving, I mean, someone's gotta step up and take those reps, right?
It's not gonna be
right. I mean, as much as Kyle Lemon could still be up there, right? But I don't think I don't think he's gonna be that number 1 spot right away. So I think that he might step up and take some more reps. In all honesty, which is why he sits at 7, over Jamar Chase. Just honestly, I think that's Joe Burrow dependent, aka O-line dependent, which is why Jamar Chase sits a little lower down. I also have Zay Flowers on my list as well. He sits at number 9. And then my final pick of the list, Courtland Sutton. Honestly,
Courtland Sutton, that's a hot take too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that one there.
Knicks that want to ride.
I mean, look, anything could happen. We saw how far the Broncos went. Anything could happen, okay? So, I mean, that is kind of like a Hail Mary kind of pick, but I mean,
that's
there's
solid list. Actually, I mean, mad at that.
There's other people I could have put on this list. Like I could have put Nico Collins on there. I could have put Chris Olave on there, but I mean,
who's throwing them the ball?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, hate my list if you want, but there's my top 10.
Respect that.
All right, so mine, we have very similar players on the top 10, just different orders, which I anticipated to be, but it's cool to see the orders. Again, these are all based on who I would draft on my team, and again, I think the top 3, I think, could produce pretty identical stats if they have good coaching and good quarterbacks. One, I got Jamar Chase. I think he's the best. I don't really think it's very close, honestly. Like if we're doing like S tier, A tier, like I think he's like S tier, and maybe Justin Jefferson S tier, and everybody else is like A tier, in my opinion. I think they're the best, like clearly the best. They both run routes. They're both physical enough. They can go get the ball. They have good hands. Like they do everything amazingly. 3, I got CD. I can't stand the Cowboys, but he's a beast. Again, like I think him, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase could all do what JSN just did. He had good quarterback play. He had crazy, like if you watch some of the plays, like they set him picks, trick plays, they do all this crazy ass shit where again, he can run a route, JSN, but like I think CD can run a route just as well. I think Justin Jefferson can run routes just as well. Maybe not Jamar Chase, but he's so big and physical, like, it doesn't matter. He'll get open. Like, 4, I got JSN, though. Like, that season he just had was crazy. Like, you can't deny that crazy season. Some of the plays, again, like, you look at, like, bro, how was he so wide open? One, it's route, but the other part is coaching. Like, again, they set picks for him. They put him in motion. They put him in the slot a lot. Like, with good receivers, you got to find a way to get them the ball. 5, I got Puka. I honestly haven't watched him play that much. And he's like a little smaller than I would like for receivers, but he plays bigger than his size, I think. Like, he plays like he's like 6'2 or 6'3. He's probably like 6 foot. He's a beast. 5, I got Amon Ra. Or 6, I'm sorry. 5 was Puka. 6 is Amon Ra. He used to piss me off, I'm not gonna lie. Like, some of his earlier interviews, he seemed super cocky. And, like, I remember I saw a clip of him, like, just barking on, I think it's Diomi or whatever, Brown, where the Skins drafted him a couple years ago. He's like, they drafted you over me. It's like, bro, he don't got shit to do with that, my boy. Like, whatever you gotta say to pump yourself up, but, like, I don't know, his attitude a little weird to me. But he's good.
Fair.
His numbers. You said what, though?
I said that's completely fair.
Yeah, he's good, but, like,
I mean, have we seen the people that sit on the Lions? AK one of them that literally just got kicked off the Lions, but we can touch on that another day. But
7, I got George Pickens. He showed me last year he's better than I thought he is. Good receiver. Even when he surprised me when CD wasn't there. Like, it's obviously easier to do your job. You have another good receiver on the other side of you. But even when CD wasn't there, he still was like a top 3 receiver. I need to see it again, though, to put him higher. If he does it again, he'll move up. He's really good. 8, the rest of them are kind of hot takes a little bit, but 8, I got Drake London. I feel like he's slept on. He has no quarterbacks to play with. He reminds me of like a great value version of like Mike Evans, where he's just big as hell, big catch radius. He'll moss the corners. He's physical. I like that a lot. Like, one of us could probably complete a ball to him because you just throw it in his area, he's gonna catch it. 9, I got DK, or same thing. I was debating between him and AJ Brown, but I was looking at their stats, and again, like I was saying with Goddard, like he plays in the AJ Brown plays in a crazy ass offense. DK's never really, other than having Russell Wilson in Seattle, like the offense was never amazing. Last year he played with washed up Aaron Rodgers. His route running,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's still in Pittsburgh. Yeah, they have
McCarthy, actually.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about McCarthy and the Steelers another time, but I like DK. Again, I think all these players, that they're in similar situations, they put up stats. DK, again, he reminds me of Des Bryant, low key, where his route running isn't crazy, but like you don't have to, again, with Drake London, you don't have to run great routes when you're 6'3", and like that nigga DK is cut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
He's just ready to fight you when he gets the ball.
Yeah, he's aggressive, he's tall, like he's fast as hell. He's faster than he should be at that size. Like Derrick Henry-esque, where it's like, nigga, drug test him, bro. Like, why are you so fast at that size? And then 10, I got Zay Flowers. I think it's fun that we all have him like at the bottom, which he's better than I thought he was going to be for the Ravens. He's who I thought Hollywood Brown was going to be when we drafted him, like 2019, I think it was. Who was not very. Yeah, and Zay Flowers has been what I thought he was going to be. He's fast. You can throw him screens. You can give him like little jet sweeps. He's a little smaller than I'd like, but he's good. Definitely a good player.
I mean, to kind of touch on that. I mean, I'm just looking at the stats from last year. He only had 86 receptions and he went 1,200 yards. Now that might sound like something crazy, but let's step up a little bit. George Pickens only had 93 receptions for 1,400 yards, which is insane, right? And to kind of like to try and back up your point of like, you know, him showing potential, and not to like dog on the pick of Jamar Chase, but he had 125 receptions for the same amount as George Pickens, which is kind of insane to look at, right? Like the 125 receptions for 12 yards, right? So I mean, just to kind of like give a little stats behind like some of the stuff we're talking about here, I think Zay Flowers definitely belongs on all of our lists. And I mean, well, shit, he is. So I mean, yay, go us. But I definitely see with like with George Pickens, like how like why we're kind of saying what we're saying here, just to kind of put stats to the picture and kind of what we're talking about. So I mean, it's just kind of insane to look at. There's obviously a lot of other people sitting on this list. Like, okay, JSN, let's just really quickly call him out. 119 receptions for almost 1,800 yards. That's insane, by the way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, that's insane. Yeah. I mean, Puka almost, he almost replicated it because he went 17-15, but that was 129 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's now go back to Jamar Chase. That is 313 yards less. Yes, I know the situations were different, but just if we're looking at it stats-wise, I mean...
That's how Sean McVay gets busy, though. He likes to have his one overly utilized wide receiver throughout the year that'll get you through,
Right. Yeah, but just to kind of put some stats to the picture, I mean, that's just kind of insane, like taking a step back at it. But not the dog Jamar Chase, though, to be fair.
Another thing I look at with the stats, especially with the receivers, I brought this up when we were debating quarterbacks one time, and I was talking about like Lamar and his like pass attempts per season, and I was breaking that stuff down. Like when I look at receivers, I look at targets too. So like on Pro Football Reference, they have the target numbers and stuff like that. So I have Flowers, Pickens, and JSN's numbers pulled up. Zay Flowers as the number one target was targeted 118 times, which is fine. It's targeted enough, right? George Pickens, who was a 1 and sometimes, but a 2 when CD's there, was targeted 137. So that's, 20 more times he was targeted. Like you said, he had 10 more catches, more yards, all that. I think he has higher potential. That's why he's higher on my list. But again, targets are a big thing. JSN targeted 163 times.
That's I mean,
see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like there's reasons why some people put up numbers and some don't have, because like they don't have the chances. It's like because like football, you don't see stats like that other than like quarterback attempts or rushing attempts, right? Basketball paints a better picture where you see like field goal attempts. It's like, bruh, nigga scored 30 points, but he shot the ball 30 times. Like that's not an efficient 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So football, like you need to like, at least I look at things like that at targets, because again, like the numbers are not all the same. Like some people don't have the same opportunities as some other people. Like,
I mean, to be fair then, to kind of give you, I guess, a little bit of pushback from last year, again, not to dog any of your things, Jamar Chase targets 185.
Holy shit. I see that. Damn. And the year before, 175. See, they gave him the rock.
Yeah.
They gave him the rock.
I hate to be this guy and keep being like injury correlation guy, but
here we go.
When we talk about highly utilized wide receivers, and they have great years, like like we can have the argument about Malik Neighbors being extremely utilized. Different. I mean, everyone's different, but we can go back in history and look at players like Cooper Kupp, who played for the same said team as Puka Nacua, highly used. Same division in that regard, but also he had many like lower extremity injuries. So it started with an ACL, MCL, which turned into an ankle sprain, which turned into high ankle sprains, which turned into hamstrings, and it's current recurring things that happen from like clear overutilization. We're talking about targets and high usage, right?
Right.
I don't know. I feel I don't want to be bad juju guy, but we gotta watch JSN and how much we target him. Same with Puka Nacua. As we're sitting here talking about these receivers and targets and things like that, like who's the highest targeted receiver? Did we just say it was JSN with 163?
No, probably
it's
185.
It's Jamar Chase, 185, and then second to that is Amon-Ra St. Brown with 172.
Look at Jamar Chase's injury history. He
But-
hasn't really been hurt, though, has he?
He plays a lot, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I was gonna say he always seems like he's 7'11", ain't he?
7-11.
Yeah, his stats are crazy, bro. Like 2024 season, 1,700 yards, 120. I think he was a Triple Crown winner. Had the most catches, yards, touchdowns. 127 catches, 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Beast,
Yeah, he's been widely available throughout his career. I'm looking at that.
Yeah,
he might be like one of the. I mean, not one of, but like in regards to high targets like that. Like I feel like he's an outlier.
Yeah, because he's big and strong. Like I know football players are like again big and strong, but like if you look at the way he's built, he's a little like thicker.
He's thick, right.
Yeah, like muscular. As opposed to like I don't know, like Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb, they're a little more
Malik,
lanky-ish, right? Like a little more skinnier, but
right.
That's why they run better routes than him. Like I was saying, like
no, right. So yeah, I guess we should kind of preface for what would be next week. We will be getting into the same format. I'm sure there's gonna be more. No, I'm gonna just leave that one alone. The same format, but we'll be getting into defense.
I see that being a little different because I see the opinions being more
diverse.
Yeah, more diverse. That's what I'm looking for, definitely on that. Especially the corners and the safeties, I see that being a lot different.
Yeah, no, it should be good, and yeah, everyone here brought some really great takes. So, I really appreciate y'all from my bro Q, my homie Bella, from myself Brandon. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all as always. Don't forget to hit all the buttons, smash all the buttons, like, comment, subscribe, share,
notifications.
Yeah. Hit the bell icon, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't miss another one.
You know what I'm saying? But we can't be. It's all messed up now. So, anyways, we appreciate y'all. All love.
All love.